Morning, guys. Excuse me. We're running a little behind
It's Drew's fault.
because Dorothy's tree wasn't in the right place.
Drew's big old shoulder was hiding it. Can you imagine? This shoulder was hiding the tree.
It wasn't hiding the tree. It was like behind me. We were trying to get the CTP Christmas package in the middle, and then I was putting the tree in the middle, and she's like, "You're blocking the tree. You're blocking the protein."
It's just too big.
You have to speak up. Okay, so I need to do one more share, I think. How you guys doing this morning? We are excited to be back. Friday Morning Live.
Yeah, we haven't done one since we've been back. We haven't from the beach. We haven't done one at home yet. So we've been on location. I don't think so. We've been on location a few times, the last few times, and then of course some mornings I've been subbing on Friday mornings, so we haven't been able to do a show. So I think this is our first one at home.
All right.
Friday Morning Live.
Well, we are getting our Christmas on. Good morning, Katie. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Katie.
I've missed you guys.
Aw, we missed you too.
We've missed you too, Katie. Are you going to? You said you've been busy. Tell us what you've been up to. We love connecting with you guys. That's why we do Friday Morning Live. So we know that 7:30 is a bit early for some people. We've pushed it back to 8 in some situations, but so it's challenging to make a time work for everyone. So we're here at 7:30 till 8:30, and then we'll let you guys get on with your day.
That's right. So we're always kind of guessing and testing the times, but like Drew said, I think that can't make one time work for everybody, so we try to switch it up a little bit now, here and there, so that everybody can benefit from the show. Today, we wanted to start by talking about Christmas tips, about staying on track and reducing stress, and staying healthy over the holidays, and it's approaching quickly. For some reason, it doesn't seem like Christmas is that close to me. I don't know why. But it's going to be approaching quickly. So it's good for you to start being aware and start practicing some of these tips now, as opposed to a week before Christmas.
Right. Because you know what? Like, Christmas is already here. Like the Christmas season, the Christmas holidays, it may not seem like it to everyone. Like, we've heard that a couple times, and we got our tree. We're very Christmassy. We watch Christmas movies early. We listen to music quite a bit earlier. So we got the tree up already. Dorothy did a
Grinch tree class last night. So Birch&Thousand Carstairs had these classes for making Grinch trees, and we used to make them. Drew actually made one, went to a class with me a couple of years ago at Erin's shop when she had Sparkling Dahlia, and in Carstairs. And we had such a blast at that one.
Yeah.
Drew was the only guy in the room.
We should have a picture of that.
It was kind of funny. And he just, I don't know, you just did your very own unique tree.
I had the best tree ever. I'm pretty sure Erin said mine was the best ever.
I don't think she said that.
She probably didn't say that, but she meant it inside.
Oh, really? In her heart.
I grabbed this
giant ball.
You like dig through all the items, and
what he means is there's bins of like the Christmas balls, and there's a bin of bows and bin of string. So that's what he means by you dig through stuff.
Yes, thank you. You dig through stuff. I'll continue. And you have all these little items that you can pull out. And I had this big, giant Grinch ball. We'll post a picture in the comments somewhere, or we'll put it on our True Form page here. But the ball was this big. And then my tree, like the Grinch tree, it was so heavy, it was like on the ground.
The ball was so heavy that it sat on the table. Yeah.
So that was my Grinch tree, and I'm pretty sure it was the best ever.
Everybody enjoyed Drew's Grinch tree.
Everyone loved the tree. So anyways, we were just saying that it may not feel like it's Christmas, but with the holidays, with the treats, with the Christmas parties, like, it all adds up. We stay a little bit later, we change our routine. So that's why I wanted to talk about this topic today, because it's here. It's here now, and we need to start to make changes, or at least understand what's going on. Because if not, we're going to get caught up in this big whirlwind, and then be like, in like a month, we're going to be like, what happened? I completely fell off track, and this whole holiday season kind of went.
And I don't know if it's so much about making changes. I think it's more about sticking to what we already do, because a lot of times the season rolls around or Christmas comes around and we just say, it's Christmas. Take some time off.
Right.
But as we talk about a lot on different shows and about different topics, there is no days off with a healthy lifestyle and living nutritionized. So it is a continual effort, and we have to stay on track throughout if we want to reach optimal health.
That's right. So let me get to some comments here. Of course, Katie, we missed you too. Thank you for tuning in here live with us. Sandy finally caught one live.
Hey, Sandy!
Yes.
Yay!
Thanks for being here, Sandy. Very supportive. We sent Sandy a T-shirt, actually. Sandy, post a picture of you wearing your T-shirt in the comments if you can find it. And we always we just want to thank Sandy. We met her quite a while ago, and she's been super supportive. So we're like, how about we send you a T-shirt? So she sent a picture of her wearing one. Super cool. Katie says, back to work. But Fridays is my Saturday.
Nice.
So you get on your Saturday, you get to wake up with us.
Nice.
It's a good day. That's a good Saturday. Who we got in here?
Suzanne says, good morning, everyone. Sandy says, I love the Grinch tree. Thank you, Sandy.
We got Santa himself.
Yes, Santa Claus.
Vince says, ho, ho, ho. Vince may love Christmas more than us. It's a toss-up. Vince actually dresses up like Santa. Like, literally. Maybe he is Santa.
I think so. Santa Cooper Claus.
Santa. And Vince, they put in a request that Vince dress up like Santa for our True Form Christmas party.
He did this last year, our True Form Christmas party. We were actually at the bowling alley. We went to the bowling alley and had a lot of fun. But Vince dressed up as Santa Claus, and kids stop in their tracks, look at him, and they question, is that really Santa? And they walk up to him, and they want to tell him their wishes, their Christmas wishes.
It was the best thing ever.
It was so cool. They're like sitting on his knee, and they look up to him like with these big sparkly like eyes, like he's the Santa. So that's why we think Vince is Santa.
I want a Santa suit. Okay. We're catching up here. Preparing, make lists, and stick to them daily. I do this.
Nice. Good job, Sandy.
That's what I'm talking about. Katie says exactly we're on the same page.
Nice.
Waking up Saturday morning. Louise.
Hey, Louise.
Louise is part of our monthly membership. Jane, Vince. We have so much awesome support.
Yes.
And did I catch everyone?
I think so. Louise says, love the Grinch tree. It's pretty fantastic.
I'm not sure if you caught that, Louise, but you guys did it last night.
Yeah. So we made them last night. So we got creative, actually. And, they're super... It's interesting how, like, your creative side comes out. They're not very difficult to make. The only thing that might be a struggle is getting the materials, right? If you're not taking a class, then you'd be responsible for your own materials. But it's fun. Like, everybody kept saying about how much fun they were having while we're doing it. And it's nice to get out, meet new people, and try something different. But it's funny how your creative side comes out, and nobody's Grinch tree is the same.
That's what's so cool about it, because there's so much freedom.
Yes.
And there's so many people there, and every single one is so different. It's like everyone has. It's like when you repeat something to someone, and it goes down the line. You must have done that in class.
Yes.
And it changes. Like, it changes by the end because everyone has a different perspective. Everyone hears something different, sees something different, and that was funny when I had that. I don't listen, I don't process directions very well.
He doesn't listen.
No. Dorothy's a teacher.
Doesn't listen.
At heart, always will be. Teaching for 10 years here. And I don't process directions very well. And I was one of those kids that didn't do well in school. Because when someone tells me something, and especially tells me how to do it, I just don't, I don't understand it. It doesn't, process properly. If someone's go do that and I can do it however I want, then I kind of thrive.
He likes to do things his own way.
It's true. So when you go to like one of those classes and you get a chance to like just be creative and be yourself, like I could thrive in an environment like that. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of other people do too, because that's why so many trees are different. But if you're like so structured, like it's challenging for me anyways.
Yeah, well, then there's the opposite side of the spectrum, right? Because some people don't enjoy that freedom and they get a little bit nervous because there's no steps to follow. It's just like, go ahead, dig in there. So it kind of is a balance, right, between the structured and the unstructured, because there are some steps you have to follow to make the Grinch tree, but
that's right.
There's lots of freedom too.
Okay. We're catching up. We love your comments. Keep them coming. I feel like we haven't been together as like a Friday morning family for a while. I feel like we haven't got a chance to connect with you guys, so this is awesome. Katie says, Amelia says she's coming to see y'all tonight. So we are going to be in and out. I just want to make sure that you guys know, like sometimes we had it on our other page, on our True Form page, some people say, well, we want to come and see you. So we have 2 trade shows on Friday and then another one.
Another 2 on Friday night and 1 on Saturday. So it has been a heck of a time this week organizing everything. And the thing is with Drew and I, when there's so much going on, you can only do so much at one time. So yesterday was a mad fury. I got in a little frenzy.
Frenzy.
Fury frenzy. Trying to get ready for all of these 3 markets. So we bounce back and forth between all of the markets. We have somebody standing there or like working the table, I guess you'd say, the whole time. We're so fortunate to have some lovely people that come and help us. And we bounce back between all of the locations, bounce back and forth.
Right. So basically, we just want to let you know that we may not be there. So we don't want people to be like expecting us to be there and like, hey, they didn't tell the truth or they're lying. Like, why weren't they here? We'll be at different markets at certain times, like checking on things, delivering products. It's a whole thing. It's like, we feel like if anyone's watching out there, we could have like one person manage all the markets.
Just markets.
And like hire people and like get products together. It gets a ton of work. But it's at this time of year, it's good for business. And we so much appreciate local support. So it's something that we do to get out in front of people. And that's important to our business. So that's why we drive ourselves crazy for a couple of months. So we got a couple more comments here. Sue, we got Sue in here.
Pretty sure yesterday I said to Drew, no more having more than 1 market on 1 day and 1 weekend.
Dorothy was having a little moment there.
I said, Drew, you better watch it because I'm gonna lose it. I'm like this close to losing it.
She already lost it at that point. She's already over. She's already tipped over the edge. Sandy says you should make a Grinch Tree live so I can learn.
Oh.
There you go. Good morning, Sue. I don't know if Dorothy's ready for that yet, Sandy. But
well, no, it's a good idea, but I was thinking like somebody who has the tools, because I don't have all the tools and all the stuff, right? But if like somebody was a florist or somebody owned a shop, that would be like a great way for people like near and far to be able to experience that.
Do one together. You just have to send like we send.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool? I could just do one with somebody.
I thought that's what you meant when you said the first time.
I could just go live with like Alice or with somebody that does them.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Watch yourself now. I like that you show me I can do it, but if you tell me I don't always get it. Yeah, I'm the same way, Suzanne. Like I'm visual. I need someone to I need to be able to do it. And if someone's like, here's a list to do it, or here's a piece of paper, or go and do
instructions?
You mean instructions?
Who puts
Not fans.
Who puts bookcases together?
No instructions here. Dorothy was like, she'll grab any kind of piece of instruction and follow it like step by step. And it'll take her like 4 days, but she'll do it as long as there's instructions. And I look at the instructions, I'm like, we don't need this.
It gives me anxiety when we go to put up. Well, I mean, we don't put so much furniture together anymore. But when we first moved, it was like there was a lot of things that came in boxes, and then you had to put together. And Drew would just like, we don't need the instructions, and there'd be pieces left over, and I would, like, have so much anxiety. I'm like, the pieces go somewhere!
I'm like, if
it's not finished till all the pieces are on it.
I'm like, if it's left over, we don't need it.
And I'm like, giving me, like, heart attack.
It's just the extra part. We don't need that.
So I, like, open the box and I count, make sure all the pieces. I'm like, okay, the instructions say we need 4 of those. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got all of those. And it drives Drew crazy because it takes me forever just to get started.
She, like, lays them all out. And I'm like, just put it together.
Drew and I actually had this wooden bed frame thing to put together. And I was like, I think that you should call a friend to do this with you because I don't think we're going to make it through putting the bed together. So one of our friends came over to help Drew to put the bed together, and they took like the bag of screws and the nuts and the bolts and all of those things. They were all in one bag, and they just took it and they dumped it on the floor. And I was like, I gotta get out of here. Because they're like just picking these things out from the pile, and I'm like, you don't know if you have enough. You don't know which ones are what. They're not all lined up and organized. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta get out of here and just let them do it because it was hard for me.
She should have. She should have just left. Actually, we put one part together backwards, and we couldn't like figure it out. And Dorothy was like, I think that one's backwards there.
I had to tell them like 3 or 4 times.
We're like, no, it's fine.
They're like, nah.
It'll still fit.
And I had to tell them 3 times. And then finally our friend was like, yeah, we got to take it apart and turn it around. I'm like, yeah, see?
Told you that 20 minutes ago. What do we got here? Katie says crafting with Dorothy.
Crafting, I like it.
Not just cooking with Dorothy. A brand new show.
I'm not sure how crafty I am, though.
Just give you a list of instructions. She'll whip it out.
Oh, man, we were helping a friend move last weekend, was it true? We helped a friend move, and there was a big group of us, and it's funny how, like, looking back now, it's interesting how everybody kind of takes on their different roles. For example, I don't consider myself very crafty or very... what is the word? Interior, decorator, designy. Like, I don't really have the eye for that. Or I guess, much interest, I suppose. But it's funny how people take on their own roles. So, there are some people, like, doing the design part. And I was like, I'll be in the kitchen organizing where everything goes in the kitchen. Because that's more my jam. And I just think it's so neat that everybody goes and does what is comfortable for them or what they're talented at.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Dorothy's much more, like, talented than she thinks she is. She just, like, has to have everything perfect. And if someone does it, like, a little bit different, she goes crazy. But if someone is talented and she knows, she's like, they're so much better than me. Anyways, let's move on from that one. Vince says there are how many days to Christmas?
Vince knows.
26? I think, Vince, when do you start counting days? Is it like right after Christmas?
It's like 70-something you started, wasn't it, Vince, that you started counting? Or maybe even 80?
Let us know. Oh, and then Sue says I'm visual. Yeah, me too, 100%. Vince says I don't use instructions either. I think they're just spare parts. I'm with you, Vince. I'm with you. And Vince is like a crafter, woodsy guy.
He's very good.
So, if you didn't share our post, Vince is giving away this really cool end table and Christmas sled decoration. So share that and we'll put your name in the draw. We're going to do that draw soon. So check that out on Vince's page. Vince, put your business link in our comments so people can like your page.
And Vince, country, help us with your business name. Custom Country Design.
Furniture.
Custom Country Furniture. There we go.
Right. Okay. Louise says I'm definitely an instruction follower. I could see that from you, Louise. I could see that.
So I'll just invite Louise over next time to build something. You know what would be funny? It would be funny to see, like, have a little competition. Vince and Drew build something without instructions and missing pieces, and Louise and I build something with the instruction and all of the pieces, and see which one is better.
Let's do it. Let's do it live. Vince, me and you, we're taking on the world. Let's do it. Louise, are you in?
I don't know if that Vince is like a furniture builder though, so I don't know if that is quite fair.
You know, we got Vince.
Now I'm backing out.
Yeah, now she's scared. You know what we did? Hilda's in here. Morning, Mom. Jane's
Hello.
in here.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, Jane. Vince he starts counting Christmas days
January 1st.
Vince says country custom furniture. So Vince, go to your business Facebook page, go to the URL and copy it, and then go to the comments there and paste it in the comments so people can easily click on it.
Yeah, and check out Vince's furniture. It's awesome. Vince has made us, he made us our dresser. He'll paint it or stain it whatever color you want. And he'll custom make it for you. He actually came and measured the wall where our dresser was going to go so it would fit perfectly in that space. He's made TV stands that like fit in corners and all kinds of cool things custom. So that's why it's custom country furniture.
Yeah, great way to support local, especially at this time of year. Well, look at those hearts flying in. Keep those hearts coming, team. What did Louise says? No leftover parts for us.
We don't finish till all the parts are used, right, Louise?
And then, what did Sue say?
That should be a rule, that you can't have leftover pieces.
No. We do it our way, you do it your way. You don't get to make up any rules.
Oh, yes. I think that should be a rule.
Sue says, I have to share this with you. My baby Hudson loves watching it, guys.
Aww.
That's awesome, Suzanne. So that's so cool to hear. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. You guys just want to hang out? Forget about the tips. Let's just talk.
Are you serious?
No, I was gonna. But we got all these comments flying in. We're just hanging out. We thought we'd do a giveaway because giveaways are fun. And so this one is called the Pain Companion. So we're pretty fortunate that we have authors, publishing houses. They send us books all the time for Exploring Mind and Body, which is our nationally syndicated radio show and podcast. So that airs across Canada on different radio stations. And then it's also on iTunes and a number of other podcasting platforms. So you can download the shows. You can download, we have a free app. So we're pretty fortunate that authors send us books all the time. So I'll look at the book, and if it's a topic I want to share with my audience, then we'll book a time to bring the author on. So this is called The Pain Companion, Everyday Wisdom for Living with and Moving Beyond Chronic Pain. So we want to give this away. If you stick around till the end, we'll share that with you. Seems like the giving season. We don't do giveaways all the time, but sometimes we think they're fun.
Sometimes it's fun.
Yeah, so we're going to give this away if you stick around, and wanted to let you know about that. We also have our Christmas package for Complete Truth Protein. That's on sale right now.
Let me explain it.
Let's do it.
Because you did a lot of talking. A lot of times with Complete Truth Protein, people are unsure of what they should try because we have the one for baking. So this bag is for baking, so it replaces your flour in baking. And then we have the smoothie one too. So you throw a tablespoon or two of Complete Truth Protein in your smoothie to boost your energy, to help your digestion, and just start the day off right. But what I was saying is a lot of people aren't sure which one they should have. So with our Christmas package, we put together 1 pound of each bag, so it alleviates that problem, I guess, of which one do I choose, because you get to try one of each. And then we also have a book, a Detoxify Yourself book in there, and that's important because it's going to show you how to use Complete Truth Protein. And there's smoothies every day. There's a meal plan in the back for 30 days, which I think is so important, especially when trying out a new product, because it teaches you how to bake with Complete Truth Protein, and it teaches you smoothies with Complete Truth Protein as well. So if you haven't tried Complete Truth Protein and you want to, this is definitely a steal of a deal and a nice way to be introduced to both. But it also makes a really nice gift as well. So giving the gift of health, this would be a really nice gift to give as well. Drew's just going to pull up the link for that so you can check out more details. But we'd love to ship one your way, or we also deliver locally. So if you'd like a Christmas package, let us know and we can set you up with that.
Yeah, so what was I going to say? Well, I think you covered everything. So the Christmas package link is there at the bottom. And so if you know someone that was thinking about CTP, or if you talked to them in the past and they showed some interest, it's a great time to be like, here, try this package, because you get a chance to try both. And then the book teaches you how to use it as well. So it goes together nicely.
Mm-hmm. And of course, it's a Christmas deal. Like, it's a Christmas package. We put a deal on there. I think 25% off, was it, Drew?
Yep.
So 25% off, so that, it's just nice. It's the holidays. Nice to get a little deal.
Yeah. And then if you didn't hear us at the beginning of the show, we have Christmas markets going up tonight in Didsbury, if you guys are around here locally. And then again, Christmas markets are going Sylvan. So we have a table on Friday night, Friday afternoon to the evening, and then Saturday as well. So we have show specials, samples, and lovely people helping us out.
Yeah, and the Christmas package would be available at our markets for even more of a steal of a deal.
Yeah.
Right? So if you can head over to a market and pick up a Christmas package, or if you'd like us to ship, you can let us know. The one in Didsbury is 5 to 10 p.m. tonight, and the one in Sylvan today is 4 to 9, and then tomorrow in Sylvan again from 10 to 4.
And markets are fun. Like, they're a great way to meet people, local vendors, usually the people that hand make the products themselves. They're there talking about their products. So go and support local at this time of year. We always encourage that. Yeah, let's get into our tips.
We didn't do any of our tips.
We're doing it right now.
We don't have much time left.
Okay, we got a half hour. You guys can keep the comments coming. We're still going to hang out and talk if you have any questions.
And then we have the giveaway at the end of the show, too. So stick around and we'll give away the Pain Companion.
Keep those hearts coming.
Mm-hmm.
Dorothy has her list, of course, of what we'll be talking about.
You
Lists
know,
are very important.
Drew makes fun of my lists, but he secretly enjoys them. He does. Yeah, you do. A lot of times, because our schedule is always so many things, right? Like in our week or in our day, and I can very much picture it in my head or in my brain. Like, I can be like, okay, Monday, Tuesday, and Drew has a difficulty with that, so I have to write it out for him. I'm like, Monday we have this trade show and that trade show, and then Tuesday we have a live show here, and then Wednesday we have this and that. And Drew's like, whoa, what was Monday? I'm like, ah!
I'm a day-to-day person. Who's with me? Vince? I need day-to-day. Dorothy will give me 16 things over 2 weeks, and I'm like, what day is it?
I'm more of a week at a glance kind of person, because I like to know what's coming ahead.
I just want to know what's the next thing right now. Mm-hmm. Not worried about anything else. Anywho, first tip.
Want me to go?
I want you to go.
Okay, because this is one of my favorite tips. So, number one, if you could take just one thing away from what we talk about today, our number one tip would be to stick to your current fitness routine, because it's like I mentioned in the beginning of the show, a lot of times we throw our hands up in the air around this time and we're like, gotta take a break. But when we take a time off, often we don't intentionally take a month off. Often we plan to take a day or two off, which turns into a week off, which turns into a couple weeks off, and before we know it, it's been 6 weeks since we've been to the gym, or we've got a workout in, or a run, or a walk, and it makes it that much more difficult to start up again. So remember to put, even through this time of year, it's difficult to put ourselves first because we're doing so much for other people, but make that appointment with yourself, schedule that time, and don't miss workouts. We need to stick to the routine. And also, it's important to stick to workouts because even though it's a super joyous, happy, fun time of year, it's also one of the most stressful times of year if we let it be. So working out and being physically active reduces our stress levels as well. So a lot of people take breaks at the holidays, but it's actually one of the most important times to work out and have a fitness routine, because it's one of the most stressful times of year as well. And fitness and working out is one of the number one ways to reduce stress.
It's one of the number one ways.
Yes.
It
is the number one way. And a lot of people think, I'll just wait till the new year to start a fitness routine. If you're not already set up with a fitness routine, what's the point of starting now? It's Christmas. But Drew and I always say, start now. Like, it's important to start before the rush of the holidays.
Yeah, you know what? I would go as far as to say, like, if you're not in a fitness routine, I would say start now.
Start now.
And I would go as far as to say that January is the worst time to start.
It is.
See, the thing is we have like no momentum going into January. You probably start like the last couple weeks, or sorry, we've kind of stopped, or we're stopping now, and we're like getting out of our routines that we work so hard to create, and we're doing less and less of the things that keep us strong and healthy, especially keeping our stress levels down, because we're so busy like running around doing day-to-day activities and Christmas parties and buying gifts or whatever it is, and then we fall out of our routine completely. So we're at like a stop, like we've stopped doing things, and then January comes, and then like gyms are packed, and we've just spent all our money on Christmas presents.
Might be a little financially uncomfortable in January.
And then we're like exhausted from all the parties and all the celebrations, and then we have to start all over again. And there's like so much going on. Like if you go to a gym for the first time, there's all these people, like new environment. You can't get on your equipment. Or if you had your routine at home and you get up in the morning, you go to a specific area, which we recommend, and you try to start your routine, it's so difficult because you've just went through so much. Like you put your body through so much chaos. You're staying up late, not sleeping well, putting foods in your body that you wouldn't normally put in. So it's so hard to start in January, which is why we say you should start now.
Now. Tip number 2.
You don't need to run through them.
I feel like I do because there's only like 20 minutes. I'm like, let's get to them. Cross them off the list.
Yeah, Katie says my Amelia does too. I don't know what you mean. Does too what? Did I miss? Tell us what you mean, Katie.
I missed something too.
Okay, so that was tip number 1. Stick to your fitness routines or start now, because January is the worst time to start, I would say, in the year, personally.
Well, now he wants tip number 2.
I'm ready for it.
Oh, I'm like taking my drink of tea.
Bring it.
Like the tip number 2 is sleep. We're going to talk about getting enough sleep, because it's like this vicious like cycle. We're not exercising, so we're not exercising, we're not getting proper sleep because we're stressed out, right? We're stressed out because we're not working out. So it's like this vicious kind of circle that happens. But it's so important to make sure that we get our proper sleep. So if we're used to getting 8 hours a night, then just because it's the holidays doesn't mean that we should only get 5 hours of sleep. And I know there's a lot to get done, there's a lot to do, but it's important to make sure that we're going to bed on time. A lot of times we're at parties, we're staying up a little bit later than normal, but we need to still give our bodies the time to rest and to recover so that we're at our best the next day or throughout the week leading up to Christmas.
Yeah, and like you said, it's that vicious cycle. It's like one thing after another. Like I can't figure out why I'm not sleeping, but we're staying up and we're drinking
alcohol.
We're drinking like these. We're putting things in our body that act as stimulants. So processed food, alcohol, maybe tobacco, sugar, like that stuff is through the roof right now. So we're staying up late, out of our routines, and then we're like, oh, I can't sleep. And then you get up in the morning and you have no energy because you just slept for 4 hours. And you grab a coffee and a pastry because you didn't plan your
meal plan.
Meal plan, so you don't have a breakfast ready, for example. And it just keeps going over and over like that, and we get drained and exhausted because we have no sleep. Our body and minds aren't rested, and it just carries on like that day after day, week after week, until. And I don't know if it ends. We are either creating positive routines right now, or we're creating less than positive routines, let's say. Mm-hmm. So we're creating not great routines, and it's like we're leading up. It's going to be Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. It's going to be Christmas. Then it's going to be New Year's Eve. It's going to be
New Year's Day.
Wasn't it? There's like a Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Boxing Day, and then New Year's Day, however it goes. But there's always something, and it's like, oh, I'll wait to do this, or I'll get into a proper routine after this day, and it never comes. Like it never really comes. We just keep pushing it back and creating less than positive routines, and we need to do the opposite.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just Christmas holiday, because we'll say, oh, I'll wait till after the New Year, but then after the New Year turns into, oh, I'll wait till after Valentine's Day, That turns into, I'll wait till after Easter. And it's just a snowball. So the best time to start is now.
Mm-hmm. You have to start now. It's very important. Sleep tips, like any sleep tips, like creating an evening routine?
I think the biggest or one of the most important things is to look out for your screen time, because a lot of times we watch TV right up until we go to bed, or we're on the computer right up until we go to bed, or we bring our phones to bed with us. Don't do that because the screen, how do we call it, Drew? It interferes with our ability to relax and to come into more of a sleep state.
Relaxing, calming.
Calming, that's right. So because they are so vibrant and of the energy that they let off, like the electronics, right? And a lot of times when we're watching TV until we go to bed, a lot of times we're watching like things that are really packed full of like action, adventure,
suspense.
Yeah, and then we try to go to sleep, and we're like, oh no, I can't sleep.
Right, so that's why we have to do more relaxing things. Like we don't recommend phones in the bedroom, screens in the bedroom,
or
like
TVs.
Yeah, yeah, screens in general. Like everything's got to be out. Like it has to be relaxing. So maybe you have relaxing music. Maybe you have a detoxing bath. You burn some incense, like, or you have a diffuser with essential oils, for example, and like it's a whole state of relaxation as opposed to stimulation. Mm-hmm. And I think, relaxation, not stimulation.
Oh boy.
Who's with me?
He's gonna think he created that now.
I did create that. I created that right here in front of you. You heard it here first. Relaxation instead of stimulation equals something that, help me out, equals. Okay.
Sleep.
No, it's gotta be like a long fancy word. Relaxation, stimulation. Come on, help me out.
Sleep.
So the thing is that we have our whole environment in the evening is much different than it could be or should be if you want to get a restful night's sleep.
Mm-hmm. And a couple of more things, because Drew's talking about putting yourself in a really relaxed state, and that can be difficult, especially if you're hyped up from the day's events. But you could use lavender essential oil, for example. That's one of our favorites.
One of your favorites.
One of my favorites, I suppose. But you can rub some lavender on your wrists or behind your ears or on your temples to relax. If you have a diffuser, you can throw some in there. You can also make a linen spray to spray on your sheets, for example. And then teas are really important too. There's chamomile tea, which is nice to relax and to help sleep as well. But make sure we're doing something that is relaxing as well. Journaling before bed is nice because a lot of times you can get rid of that mind clutter through journaling. Reading.
Good time to make one of your lists.
That's right.
Dorothy likes her lists. So you have a pen and paper. You got all these things you have to do the next day. Write it down, and then you can release them out of your mind.
That's right.
And then Katie says, "Stress Away" by Young Living.
Oh yes, that's a great blend oil. One of my favorites as well. I remember one time I used to wear it all the time to school when I was teaching the Stress Away. And I remember one time looking at another teacher and I was like, do you think it'd be okay to drink the bottle of Stress Away right now? Joking, of course. But it's very, very effective, that one for sure.
We're just going to wrap things, before we wrap things up, we got about 10, maybe 15 minutes. We're going to give away the Pain Companion, so stick around. And we'll do a draw to give that away. We only got a couple more tips here, so stick with us and we'll let you guys get on with your day. So we went over exercise starting routines or keeping routines. That's number one tip, the number one way to reduce stress. It's kind of funny to me because this is the most stressful time of year with, like we talked about, parties and presents, financially as well. It's challenging, it can be challenging. So the number one way to reduce stress is to exercise. So instead of pushing that to the side, stick to your fitness routines. Number two is sleep. We just went over different sleep tips. And number three,
well, it's a big one. We want to talk about nutrition really quick. Well, not really quickly, but we want to talk about nutrition. And there's a lot of different things under nutrition that we can touch on that will help you throughout the holidays, help you improve, keep digestion stronger, improve digestion, gain energy, and it's important to pay attention because a lot of times it happens the same way as our fitness routine is. I'll just start my healthy eating in January, or I'll just wait a couple more weeks. It's the holidays. Why not eat a dozen cookies? Right? And we use that, I would say, excuse. We use that excuse far too much. Oh, it's the holidays, right? And we're not saying to not enjoy yourself, right? And be so strict, but we're just saying look out for these things and don't use it's Christmas or it's the holidays as an excuse to get out of control.
Right, because it's one thing after another. And it's not like just this party, or it's not like this weekend or this market. It all adds up and it's continuing. Like I said, it's habits that we're forming. So if it's okay now, it's going to be okay later, and then it's just going to carry on. So we have to have a structure. We have to have a plan, and we have to execute that plan to stay on track. Otherwise, everything just goes out. You know what? I had an interesting fact. Sorry, it just popped into my head that I'll have to find the step. But it was like some professional institute that was talking about how we gain most of our weight during the nutrition season.
The nutrition season.
During the holiday
season.
During the holiday season. And that weight doesn't. It was like 85% of people didn't lose the holiday weight they gained. They just gained more the next year. So each year it would accumulate. And they're like, oh, I'll just burn it off. Like, oh, it's after the holiday season, or I'll get like we have those excuses in our head. Like, oh, I'll just eat what I want and go start a fitness program in January. So for like 2 or 3 weeks, we have everything we want. We gain holiday weight, and then we go to the gym for like 10 days, and we're like, that's not for me. So all that planning just kind of didn't work out.
Mm-hmm. One of the best things that you can do to help out is to have healthy treats on hand. So making some of your own healthy treats. We have tons of recipes for Christmas holiday treats specifically. And I think Drew's going to pull some up here, but we've got protein balls. We've got chocolate peanut butter balls. We have a variety of different cookies. We have some reindeer cookies, some gingerbread cookies, shortbread cookies. We have even candy cane cupcakes. We have a ton of treats that you can make yourself at home that are sugar-free, because that's one of the biggest things around the holidays is we actually have can I say like an overdose of sugar?
Oh yeah, we do. No question. We overdose on sugar on most days, and then match that up with Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it's like, it's endless. So I just put the link there. All you have to do is click on the link, and that'll take you to all our recipes. And then the top ones, the Christmas ones, are at the top. The ones that Dorothy just listed. So that's the best way for you to get them. Excuse me. We're also going to work on an
Oh yeah. So for Thanksgiving, we had put together 10 healthy pumpkin recipes. So we had all these pumpkin recipes. A lot of you had downloaded that one. So for Christmas, we'll put one of those together as well, so that you have like a PDF booklet with 10 healthy Christmas recipes in it, easy to access. But if you go to the recipes tab and just type in what you're looking for, it'll pop up as well.
Yeah. So what else do we have? Katie says, yum, gingerbread cookies. Mm-hmm. Gingerbread cookies are one of my faves.
Yes. Yeah, well, that was actually some of those recipes we created last Christmas, and some are new from this Christmas. So each Christmas we add a few more recipes to our collection. So
I just wanted to mention that Dorothy has been taking some orders. So what we say is make your own instead of buying store-bought. Like, there's so much sugar and toxins and nonsense usually in the store ones. So Dorothy started baking for other people. That's going a bit crazy. I'm actually going to ask all of you to stop sending requests to Dorothy, because I am lacking in homemade granola and baking. It has to stop now. You know, it's kind of funny. It was like, we talked about it a while ago, like months ago or years ago.
Yeah, I wasn't really interested much in baking for other people, and partly because I didn't think anybody would want my baking, right? I didn't think, like, why would they buy it when they can make it for themselves? But as we continued with True Form and continued connecting with more and more people, I realized that it was something that people wanted and needed because they just weren't doing it themselves. But when I make it and give it to them, they enjoy that. So if that's something that you would like some help with, we can definitely help you out with that.
Dorothy gets like a new order. She loves it. She's like, "Oh, I get to bake today." But she gets a new order like every day, every other day. And I'm like, man, well, I'm like waiting for a break so I can get my baking.
So I can put his order in.
He
gets pushed down to the bottom.
I got to put my order in first. No, it's pretty cool. And the feedback is amazing. Like we have had people they're like so excited and so ecstatic about having having the baking. And we're like, oh, can we say about the cat? The cat?
Oh, yeah. That's fine. Yeah. So I had an order not too long ago, and well, it was my first order, maybe. No, my second order, because Tina was my first order, and my second order came in, and I know this lady. She's a teacher as well, and I know her quite well. She was a friend of a friend, and anyway, she writes into me. She's like, I asked her, how are you enjoying the baking? She's like, we love the baking. She's like, and my cat's even enjoying your blueberry pumpkin muffins. So good and so tasty that even your pets will like it.
Yeah, that was funny. But yeah. Anyways, it's cool. It's a good way to spread the love and spread the things, because the things that Dorothy makes really are amazing. And sometimes people will try things. But the thing is, she's been baking this way for years. And sometimes people try one time and they try the baking, and then like they're not used to the substitutions, or not used to the recipe, and and it didn't work out the first time. They're like, oh, this doesn't work. So we always suggest keep trying. Like you have to practice with anything, and you'll get better at it. But it's pretty cool that Dorothy now can be like, I'll just make it for you.
Yeah, and I forget a lot of times how there's so many different variables in healthy baking. For example, a lot of times we use bananas as sweetener. So, but then every banana is a different size. So in the recipe it could say medium banana, but my medium banana and your medium banana can be different, right? So you have to play with it a bit. And for example, all of our recipes that contain peanut butter, it's natural peanut butter. But there is like 10 different consistencies of natural peanut butter. Every jar is a different consistency. So you really have to be flexible and understand that the recipe sometimes needs adjusting because of these things. So maybe you need to use less liquid if the banana was a little bigger. Or maybe you need to put a little bit more CTP if your peanut butter is really runny. So I forget sometimes that that's difficult for some people because they just want to follow the recipe and for it to turn out. And with healthy baking, it's a little bit more, it can be a little bit more than that. So I remember when I was first creating recipes for our very first recipe book, do you remember? And it took a lot. It was a lot of adjusting and figuring out different combinations, and I would get frustrated. Oh, it's ruined. This recipe's ruined, and I'm gonna like throw it in the pail to give to the chickens, and Drew's like, wait, I'll eat that.
Even if it didn't turn out perfect for Dorothy, she's like, this isn't gonna work, and I was like, I'm gonna eat that. Can you relax? Anyways, we have to carry on. And Narissa just jumped in here. Hey, Narissa, have a great day too. I think
hey,
you're
Narissa.
Jumping in and leaving, but we just have eat a couple quick ones. Eat before events. Mm-hmm. That's a big one. And because we starve ourselves before an event, and then we get there, and then we're like so hungry, we'll eat anything and everything. So we have to eat before events.
Yeah, and eat something nice and light and fibrous, I suppose. A nice salad, leafy greens, smoothie. Eat something that's going to provide a lot of nutrition to your body as well, because a lot of times when we show up to an event or a party, we're not quite sure what's going to be served. So it's always nice not to show up starving.
That's right. And then the other one is veggies. Like, we look for veggies first. Like, I think we go to like our taste buds or sugar. Like, there's chocolate or there's things that we deep fried things that we know we shouldn't have. So Dorothy always says, load up on veggies. I don't know what the loading up means. You always say load up. But I would say have the veggies first. Like the veggies will put something in your belly. They'll give you some satisfaction, especially with the fiber and the nutrients, antioxidants. That's going to give you a step up. You're not going to be starving and fill your belly with all kinds of less than quality foods, and then you're too full to go to the veggie section.
You know what's interesting too about the raw veggies is that because they're raw, like it's this is gonna sound totally strange, but it takes you longer to eat them. So you fill up your little plate with the veggies, and you can continue eating them for quite a long time without going back for more food. You know what I'm saying? So you're visiting, you're eating the carrot or whatever, and your plate, you still feel like you have a full plate.
Right. And those other stuff, like a chocolate, you pop in your mouth and
it's gone.
So.
Yeah.
Anyways, Vince says he's got to go. Orestina says, so true. What are you talking about, Orestina? Tell us which tip. Thank you for being there. I actually went to high school with Orestina.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I always love it when I get to see people that are kind of tuning in or watching what we do, and I haven't seen or talked to them for years. So thanks for being here with us. And so we're going to wrap things up here. So stick around. Vince, if you can, stay. If not, have a great day. We're going to do our giveaway now because we'd love to stick around. Some of these. Oh, yeah. I missed your tip there. Okay.
Should I say it or no?
Sure.
I'm like, it's on the list. No, but I thought maybe Drew was skipping this one because a lot of people don't like it when we say this. But be careful of alcohol, like beers, wines, that you're consuming over the holidays. And preferably skip, people don't like it when we say this, but preferably skip the alcohol if you can and go for, stick to your waters. And, we like kombuchas or coconut water if you need something a little different. But even if you have like a glass of wine or a beer, is way better than sitting around all day and drinking.
Yeah, you could go as far as, I would say leave the party early because at the end, the alcohol comes out or more alcohol consumption comes out, and then they bring out appetizers again that people didn't eat at the beginning. But, you know what the thing is for me, like when I went to those functions, I used to think I had to drink alcohol because everyone else is. I was like, I guess I better have one too. And now I'm more comfortable being like, no thanks, I'm good. So first of all, if no one's told you before ever, you don't have to drink alcohol at these events. You don't. There's other things there's other options. And of course, you have hangovers and you don't feel well. And then the next morning you're like, don't want to make food because you have no energy. So it's if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, we kind of have to push that stuff to the side and move towards things that are more important to us, more positive.
Mm-hmm. I was just thinking too about how you're saying, and more food comes out later on. And it's because nobody the host or whoever's party is, they don't want to be left with all the food. So they're pushing more food out or take some home, and it's like, no!
Yeah, especially if it's unhealthy.
Right.
One of the hardest things for us to explain to people, if you have all this unhealthy food, throw it away. And people are like, no, I'm not throwing it. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of food. But it's ruining your health. It really is to sit on the counters for weeks or every time you pull something out of the deep freeze. So it's not doing anyone any good. So have it for that one night, enjoy it, and then get rid of it. It's not helping anyone sitting there. Mm-hmm. We have some comments here that
Should I get the papers for the draw?
Yeah, get the papers.
Okay.
And I'll read these out.
Okay.
Louise said, I always eat before an event. No guarantee that there'll be anything safe for me to eat. Yeah.
That's right.
Louise, it's kind of funny, Louise has celiac, and I think that some people would think that they're at a disadvantage, or that's a negative thing, but I kind of think in these situations, Louise, you're at an advantage, because you're Louise is pretty good at being or very good at being no, I just don't eat that or can't have that. So in that situation, you could just be I'm not able to do that, sorry. And then you don't really offend anyone because they know your situation. Hilda, this is my mom. She says, great show, guys. Love you. Have a fantastic day, everyone. We love you, too. Thanks for tuning in. And then Orestina says you don't like raw broccoli. Just throw a whole lot of ranch on there.
Oh!
I'm just kidding, of course. I really enjoy raw broccoli. And you know what I'm kind of becoming more and more enjoyable to me? What's becoming more enjoyable is cauliflower. It's raw cauliflower. So try some things that you're not used to, and maybe you'll enjoy them.
Yeah, we didn't really eat a whole bunch of cauliflower, and I think it's because it's white, and I'm a much more colorful person. So I like colorful veggies, and I don't know, cauliflower's white. But then we started eating more things with cauliflower, and I kept telling Drew how good it is for men's health. So I'm like, eat your broccoli. It's good for you. Or your cauliflower. Eat your cauliflower. It's good for your health. All right.
So, what can we say? What's going to be our
our code word?
What's our secret word, team? Help us out.
I love True Form
Fitness.
Giveaways. Oh, but giveaways is one word. I really love True Form giveaways.
Sure.
I don't know.
Doesn't have to be 6. It can be 5.
Oh, it can be 5. Or I love True Form Life.
Okay. There we go. That's the key word. We did it. Oh, wait. There's not enough ranch. Christina said there's not enough ranch in the world.
For raw broccoli!
Okay. How do you eat it cooked, though? No, you don't have to eat broccoli. Don't eat broccoli. Eat something else. Eat something that you enjoy.
That you like.
Okay, we have over 4,000 hearts. Thank you. You guys are amazing. That really helps us. And then, so I love True Form Life in the comments below. For the Pain Companion, we will either deliver this, drop it off, ship it, whatever we need to do to get it to you. Don't forget about our Christmas package here.
Yes.
Dorothy has to lean that way. I'll lean this way. Christmas package. We have a 1 pound bag of each, so 1 pound bag of baking, 1 pound bag of
smoothie.
It's hard to do it backwards. Smoothies.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
And then detoxify yourself. We'd love to stay here with you guys, but we have so much. That's a crazy day that we should leave at the hour mark.
Suzanne.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So if you were interested in the Christmas package, let us know, and we'll set you up. If you're stopping at some of our markets, make sure you say hi to us. Because we'd love to see you. Sue's been in here.
Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry, Sue. I'm like, Sue, where'd you come from?
Sue's been here.
Like, Sue's been here. Sorry, Sue. Hi.
Yeah, that's just Dorothy. That's just Dorothy. Sometimes she's not here. Okay, we got Louise in here. We got Sue's in here. Oh, Sue, you almost got entered twice. We got Katie in here. Yes, just not raw.
Oh,
Suzanne's in here. Oh, you guys are so amazing. You guys love True Form Life so much. You know, when we're in fitness class, sometimes sometimes it's actually a challenging class, and it's a great group. Like, there's only certain groups that you can challenge on certain levels, and so people are like huffing and puffing. I try to like joke around and make light of situations, and I'm like, okay, everyone stand. It's like you have to stand up because we're gonna do squat press, and I'm like, stand up if you love burpees.
Drew tries to make us laugh, and it is like the class that Drew is doing right now. It's called Bands and Balls at the CLC. So we are there tonight, 5:30. If you want to come in for a drop in, it's super fun, and it's 45 minutes. So he works us hard for 45 minutes, but then it's over. So it's nice. It's a nice time. Like, a lot of times we think that we have to work out for an hour, and I don't know where that has got ingrained in our brain that workouts have to be an hour.
Or fitness classes
fitness classes have to be an hour. I'm not sure where that comes from, but I am starting to believe that 45 minutes I get more of a benefit out of. Well, we know that from our at-home workouts, because 20-30 minutes we can get a great workout in with our True Form workouts, but 45 minutes, it's even much better workout than an hour.
Because it's shorter amount of time, so you can push, you can raise the intensity, you can get more out of it. And like, we just kind of started doing it, but the 45-minute workouts are way better than the hour workouts. I love them. Wow, much more. So we got Katie, Sue, Louise, Suzanne, Orestina. If there's anyone we missed, let us know, because we're
going to draw right away. Susan says, just quiet today. You have been quiet today, Sue. No issues with that, but.
That's why Dorothy was like, are you
Sue,
there?
Where did you come from? Here the whole time.
Almost at 5,000 hearts. Okay, we're going to wrap things up here. Let's put those together. We'll shake them up. Shake them
I'm
up.
just folding. Drew makes fun sometimes of how slow I am at things.
Like this.
I'm just folding.
Is it like
though.
the motor skill thing?
Fine motor?
Oh,
I think I have a gross motor problem, not a fine motor problem.
What's the gross motor?
Like catching balls.
No, you know what the thing is, like, you know, like these stories that we have in our head from like childhood. Like someone told us this. Like I was training someone one time. Like, oh, I just have a weak grip, and I was like, I just saw you hang on to that for 2 minutes. And so someone told them that they had a weak grip. And for Dorothy, for example, like these stories were told very little, and we repeated them throughout our lives. And Dorothy always says like, I'm not good at catching. I'm not good at like sports stuff. And I'll like throw something to her, and she'll catch it. And she'll be like, oh my gosh, I caught it. But she catches it all the time. She like rarely misses it. So like we'll be at the beach and I'll throw something, or she'll throw something to me and she throws pretty good. She just has like this weird goofy wind up. And she's like, oh, I can't throw that. And she'll throw it right to me. So I'm like, so if you have these stories that you have in your mind, push them to the side because most of them aren't true.
What about my spatial orientation?
You have an issue with spatial orientation.
That's not something someone told me?
When we first met, Dorothy would talk to me like this close. She's a close talker. Watch the Seinfeld clip of close
So
talker.
I'm sorry if I've close talked to you before.
Dorothy used to be a close talker. Or, you know what she does? Like, she'll fill containers of food. Like, she'll get a container of food that's too small for the food, and she'll try to put it in, and it doesn't fit. And so she'll, like, squish the lid on, and I'm like, why didn't you just get a bigger container? And she's like, well, it's already in there now.
I thought it would fit.
But she does it all the time. It's not like once in a while. It's like like 3 times a week. Right?
Yeah.
So that's definitely an issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anyway.
Am I picking?
Whoa. Yes, you're picking. It's ready. I shook it up a lot.
Okay. This one is going to be...
Oh, I'm so excited. Who's it going to be?
Drum roll, please. Katie!
Oh, Katie!
I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, congrats, Katie. We are happy for you. And thanks for tuning in. We haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, now we have to go see our goats.
Oh, yeah. We'll bring you the
the
book to see your goats. How about that? Yep.
Drew's been wanting to see your goats.
Excuse me. All right, guys. We are out of here. I don't know what else we can tell you. Thank you for being here. It's a happy season, I think.
Yes.
It's a happy time. Hopefully, it's a happy time for most people. But Dorothy and I really like the Christmas lights, Christmas music. I love how happy people are in general.
Oh, I put it away. I was like, I like my Christmas spirit essential oil.
Yeah, that makes Dorothy happy. Yay, thanks, guys. You're welcome, Katie. And we got some congrats as well. But we hope you have a happy holiday season, and if we can help out with you in any way, we'd love to help you out with it, whether it's baking from Dorothy. We have our monthly membership group that's awesome. We have so many members in here now. So if you want some help with fitness routines, at-home workouts, meal planning, we can definitely help you out. We would love for you to be more of our True Farm Life community and get a chance to talk with us every day inside
our family.
We're actually we're going to have a True Farm family
Christmas party
this year. We're so excited to see everyone in person, so that's something we're looking forward to. But if we can help you out, just send us a message and we'll definitely do everything we can to help you out. Look at it, you guys. Have an awesome day. Suzanne said have an awesome day.
You too, Suzanne.
Orestina said have a great day. Thanks for tuning in, Orestina. Good to see you.
Have a great day, everyone. Great weekend. December 1st tomorrow. Let's do this.
Advent calendars!
Woo! We got a tea advent calendar this year. We're super excited about that. Even though I wanted the Young Living essential oil calendar.
Next year.
But Drew was like, no. Because
Dorothy's out of control with her oil.
It's quite a high price. And Drew's like, you have enough oils.
She's got like 500 oils. She's like, I need more. I'm like, you need to get a grip.
Because I don't have them all yet. Oh, man. Have an excellent day. Hope to run into you tonight.
Yeah, we hope to see you too, Katie. All right, guys, we're out of here. Have a great day, and we'll see you again.
Oh, we could leave Katie's book at the table if she's stopping by tonight.
Sure. Katie, will that work for you? We'll send you a private message maybe, but we'll plan to leave this book at the table at the trade show in Didsbury. So if you're there, just stop by and grab it.
Put your name on it.
All right, guys, we're out of here.
Okay, bye, guys. Have a great day, great weekend, and we'll catch you next week. Or in the group.